Technologies, my dear friends, coupled with the global economic downturn, has created a perfect setting for a completely new paradigm. And we need to think about it in a real way. A time when the power shifted from governments to citizens, from companies to consumers. We need to keep that in mind. Let me very quickly identify 3 points where the paradigm has shifted in the travel and tourism industry as well. 1, the emergence of new business models. As Michael Pretzer said, the collaborative consumptions, the peer-to-peer economy is breeding new business models, as individuals have found ways to profit by sharing their assets, whether it's real estate, whether it's vehicles, cars, even food. People are opening their houses to tourists to come and have a meal and pay for it. While we welcome all of this, it's benefit going to the people, and it is creative and innovative way of providing services. Yes, yet we must underline very truly the need to think in a progressive way, to safeguard the consumer's rights and quality standards, and to ensure that there is a level playing field for all businesses in their competitiveness. 2, we need to call for accountability. Today's destinations and companies can reach out directly to consumers through a range of digital platforms. Conversely, consumers have access to more information, more choices, more opportunities to voice their opinion. Today's consumer can be a whistleblower for unethical practices, as well as they can be the biggest ambassadors for great experiences. It's a serious responsibility. Both the service provider and the consumer must rise up to that responsibility. We have to go beyond words or slogans. Destinations and companies must find ways to adapt and build their true brand. Be good, not just look good, on concrete and relative actions. Accountability and honesty are the name of the game. Last but not least, the value of our shared responsibility. With power, my dear friends, comes responsibility. A shared responsibility towards the planet and the people. Now more than ever, we must ask ourselves, does the tourism industry contribute to a better world? Is it a force for good or otherwise? It so happens, my dear friends, that today, for example, is the World Wildlife Day. Under the theme, it's time to get serious about wildlife crimes. It is important to think of things like this and see the shared responsibility of our industry towards all aspects that connect to people and their planet. My dear friends, in conclusion, I cannot leave this podium without sharing some personal reflections on the world today and how it's connected to travel and tourism. Every day, all what we need is to watch the news, and we think that the world around us is falling apart. Terrorism, extremism, racism, intolerance, armed conflict, natural disasters, global warming, earthquakes, health crisis, poverty, inequality and injustice, unemployment, and much, much more. Yet, despite of the forces of darkness and the voices of darkness that are trying to put us back thousands of years, globalization has made us together one world, united in destiny. In today's interconnected world, every problem at a local level is a global problem. When girls are kidnapped in Nigeria, they are our girls. When an earthquake hits Japan or the Philippines, it hits each and every one of us. When Ebola hits West Africa, it's our fight. When archaeological artifacts are stolen from Iraq and Syria, they are our history, our shared and common history. Let us remind ourselves that the power of tourism is to build peace and mutual understanding. This is an industry that puts smiles on the faces of people, those that are visiting and those that are hosting. It's an industry of hope and optimism. And it's the forces of hope and optimism that must win the battle against the forces of darkness. People are on the move. While the IT revolution makes our dreams, our hopes the same and similar in a globalized world, travel and tourism revolution makes us explore the beauty of our differences and the beauty of our diversity. And we should be proud of being unique. We should be proud of being different and celebrate our beauty through tourism and our diversity through tourism. 1 billion tourists traveling across the international borders every year. I trust this is a movement of hope and optimism and opportunities to build a better world, a world of respect and understanding. And we can never hate or hold feelings of resentment to people that we visited, ate their food, listened to their music, and interacted with them. This is the power of tourism, and we must understand that we're part of this very transformative force. that is shaping the world of tomorrow. Without that, there is very little meaning to all the profit and the commercial business that we do. Let us take this power and act responsibly. After all, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, it's one world, for good or bad, we're in it together. Thank you very much. Danke.